Hello, this is Capricorn Tarot by Onyx, and today I'm going to be doing a love message for Capricorn. So thank you all for hitting the like button and subscribing. I do appreciate it. As always, if you want to book a personal love reading, feel free to check that out on my Etsy, which is in the bio. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have for Capricorn's love life. All right, so Capricorn, we have anxiety, rest, flow, and then bottom of the deck is ideation. Okay. Let's pull the rest because this is let's see. You all have disruption, stop, and then sadness. All right. So yeah, this is interesting. I do feel that there's some type of anxiety or some type of like disconnect when it comes to the person that you may be connected to at this time. Let's see why. Let's go ahead and clarify anxiety. Ooh, that's a lot. Clarify anxiety. Okay. Okay, so I do feel with the heart and the fox that someone could have definitely been someone here is they're trying to guard their heart. Okay, so you know that like sometimes when people are trying to guard, like they don't want to be vulnerable, or they don't want to like show you really how much they really care or anything like that. However it may resonate, we'll see as we clarify this message. But I do feel that someone wants to guard their, how they really feel about you at this moment. And that could be leading to a lot of discord. Let's go ahead and see why. Let's clarify with the tarot. All right, so we have Temperance, King of Pentacles reverse, Ten of Swords reverse, Four of Swords, the Star, Ten of Wands reverse, and then the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Okay. So there is a masculine energy. They're showing up as a King or Queen of Pentacles reverse, any gender. But I feel that someone may be basically acting out of, again, being guarded, like having their heart guarded. They could be having some type of anxiety. I feel like when this person guards their heart or guards themselves from responsibility or accountability or messing up or saying the wrong things, doing the wrong things. When this person does that, they're in a space where they're in temperance, where they're like, okay, I feel safe. I feel whole, right? But again, this King or Queen of Pentacles reverse, the King of Pentacles reverse is definitely someone who I don't want to say they have a lower self-worth. I don't want to say that. But I feel that there's something tied to endings and tied to accountability or tied to responsibility that they are okay with, like, they're okay with sabotaging the whole relationship, sabotaging everything just because they don't want to say, hey, I was wrong, or I, said the wrong thing, I did the wrong thing, let's move forward. So with this person, you could definitely be experiencing the Ten of Swords reverse. So you could be experiencing some type of ending, some type of disagreement, some type of argument, some type of like, you're not really sure what the heck is going on next. And with the Four of Swords, following that, there could be 4 days or through the 4th, 4 days of something, or through the 4th of February, where you and this person may not be talking. The Four of Swords could definitely mean like, a pause in communication. The star is here, which is interesting to me because the star does speak of healing. And then the Ten of Wands is in reverse, so it does also speak, yeah. The star and the Ten of Wands reverse, it does look like you guys work through whatever the heck this is. However, again, it's going to take rest. It's going to take time, okay? Now, why is it going to take time? Let's see. Let's actually use... Let's see. Why is it going to take time? Something takes time with this person. Okay, so clarifying rest. You all have Kiss, Rosaline. Let's see. Metaphor of love. Let's see what else you guys have. Ooh. Resisting and persevere, determination. And then I want to clarify the Seven of Swords. Let's actually use. Let's use this deck. Seven of Swords. All right. Sorry, guys. Anchor. Okay. So yeah, I do feel that with this person, it's almost like they need time to see the weight of their actions. Why is that? Seven of Swords is the anchor. So yeah, they're guarding their heart. Like there's something where this person is almost like their biggest fear is like being, what's the word? Like being vulnerable with you. Exactly, the Devil. So there's something about you and this relationship where they're trying to like resist opening up. They're trying to resist being or seeming weak or, you know, seeming wrong. Okay, they could be like really hell-bent. Yeah, literally the Nine of Wands is being hell-bent, like I'm right, or this is what I'm gonna do, or this is what I believe. And it's, again, it may come off to you as, for some of you, it may come off as insecure. It may come off as just very mean. It may come off as uncooperative. But it does look like the bottom of, you know, the bottom line of what this person is doing is that they want to guard their heart. And there's something about them seeming like wrong or them not being enough for you that really triggers this person. Let's see why. Why do we have the Devil? Oh. Let's clarify it like this. All right. So we have Bouquet, Whip, Mountain, and then Child is at the bottom of the deck. All right. Okay. So yeah, I do feel that this person, the Devil, speaks about like being trapped, having the same patterns, being addicted to doing something over and over and over again, being addicted to control. Okay. And I feel like this person is really nice to you. They're the right partner. They're doing the right things. And then they go back to some type of like trying to control their feelings or trying to control their emotions, trying to, you know, be hard to work with, trying to, you know, symbolically die on the hill. Like, this is where I'm standing and I'm not going to compromise. And then we have the Mountain. So because this person does this and goes into this, oh, they're nice, they're great, and then there's disagreement, and then they basically just like sabotage all the progress that you guys have made. I feel like this is a pattern with a Child at the bottom of the deck where, again, this person could be childish, okay? Or there could be some type of pattern when this person was younger where they kind of saw this pattern, or they learned to do this. Like they learned someone was nice to them and then they were mean, and then they had to work towards something, or they were just mean and they kind of stayed mean. And then they come back and they're nice and then they do the same pattern over again. So there's something like that. that you all may kind of understand of this person as this conflict is kind of working out. But basically, I feel like this person is kind of standing their ground, and they're kind of like sabotaging this relationship, really based on the things that they've went through in the past, okay? Because it looks like this is someone who does love you, someone who's serious, someone who's persevering the relationship, someone who's flirty, somebody who, you know, they've had a hard time opening up in love, but they've decided to open up with you anyway. And so again, you may be kind of like confused when you're, you know, if this is your reading, like where this person's really nice and they're really giving and they're very sweet, and then they easily flip to doing the same thing over and over and over again. You know, in this deck, the whip is conflict, abuse, arguments, punishment. And the mountain is obstacle, delay, burden, and standstill. So yeah, there's a pattern with this person. But like I said, there's something where, you know, they have to go through some type of process where they have to like heal this before things start to move forward for you guys, okay? So continuing on, thank you all for hitting the like button. It is super helpful to my channel. I do appreciate it. All right. So next, you all have flow. So I do feel that this person has to feel their emotions. And what was important to me that came out was that 10 of Pentacles when I was clarifying the star. So it does look like you guys get to a point where you all are able to have something stable. You're able to build something together. But again, it looks like with this person, there's a disagreement, there's shenanigans, there's a pause, there's a break, there's not speaking to each other, or there's just distance, right? And then this person starts to feel their emotions, okay? And then when they feel their emotions, they, you know, again, hold on. Let me tell you guys what I get as well. This person, every day, it seems like they have this like anxiety about like their balance, like their peace and their peace of mind, because again, this anxiety is clarified by Temperance. And also they're showing up as the King of Pentacles reverse. So they could be having some type of like anxiety about work, anxiety about their stability, anxiety about their money, their anxiety about being a leader, being the person they need to be. And then, you know, this plays into how this manifests for you and this person. So it looks like you could be in some type of disagreement or argument with this person, and things could definitely be disrupted right now. Yeah, things are at a standstill with this particular person. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah, things are literally at a standstill. Standstill, standstill, standstill. Essentially standstill. Like, this is crazy. 3 of Wands reverse, 2 of Wands reverse, the Fool reverse, and the 2 of Swords. There is a major decision to make that you will have to make, that this person is going to have to make, and it looks like the decision is going to really change the trajectory of this relationship moving forward, okay? So after disruption, we have stop and sadness. So let's clarify stop. Let's see what we have. Yeah, so like, again, this person is in a space where when they have time to sit and think, I feel like this person's going to be like, you know what? Page of Cups reverse. There's some type of immaturity, or there's some type of like bad cycle that this person is doing, or that they're replaying over and over in this relationship. We have woman, ship, and book. There's something about them not really being the nicest, okay? Or not really giving you the benefit of the doubt, not being fair to you, not trying to, you know, see the best in you in this relationship. There we go. Give your relationship a chance. Literally, there's something where this person almost just kind of stops working on the relationship. Like, it's like things are going, and then they stop. Okay. And I feel like with this person, that's basically going to be the pattern for this person, because it does look like you guys get to a place where you kind of just like move. I don't want to say you start to move on, but I do feel that you guys start to eventually start to kind of like, I feel like you all are in a space where you're psychoanalyzing this person, but you all are in a space where you kind of see it for what it is. Like you're seeing the patterns, you're seeing what this person is doing here. So yeah. So I feel like you guys will be in a space where you're at a standstill with this person. It looks like some type of behavior or something that they're doing has to stop. And it also looks like it leads to sadness here. This person, when they're in separation from you, you all have retreat, clarifying sadness. They're not very happy, okay? They're not very happy. We do have forgiving and learning as well. So as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Again, I feel like you all kind of like, I don't want to say that you all kind of just kind of act like this person doesn't exist. But again, there's something with this pattern. Maybe you've said it before. Maybe you've, given this person a chance to change certain things, but you all are showing up here as the woman, the ship, and the book. It looks like you guys are kind of focusing on yourself and just like new adventures and new things, new options. You guys have love yourself first, or your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Like I said, there's something where it almost seems like if you agree with this person, or you let them if you just agree, if you just say, oh, okay, I'm not going to disagree. I'm just going to allow you to say this, or allow you to do this, or allow you to, whatever they're doing that's disrupting the relationship. It's almost like if you allow them to do this, you feel like you're not respecting yourself. And I feel like a lot of you all are going to be getting a lot of confirmation about that very soon. So it's such a standstill, and it's such a two of swords. Like, should I walk away from this, or should I respect myself and see if they end up changing, So that's kind of what I'm getting here. There's a huge standstill. It is going to definitely shift the way that this relationship goes in the future. But it does look like you guys are going to be in a space where you're kind of like not, I don't want to say you're not bothered, but I do feel like you guys may be in a space where you're like, putting it on pause and just focusing on the things that matter to you at this time. So before we close this message out, let's go ahead and get some of my written cards and clarify some more messages from this person, from this King of Pentacles reverse. We're also going to be looking into the final outcome and what ends up happening with this person, because at the bottom of the deck we do have ideation. So it looks like this person is going to be spending a lot of time thinking about you and thinking about the relationship. Let's get some closing messages from this King of Pentacles reverse to Capricorn. All right. So, Capricorn, we have, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. I enjoy looking at you. I am detaching from toxic things in my life. I am working on my emotional maturity. I regret listening to a third party over you. I have been manifesting reconnecting with you. And bottom of the deck, this relationship triggers me. So in the extended, we're going to look into each of these in depth for more insight on how this person feels. We're going to be getting their next steps towards you and the final outcome, and then some advice at the end of the reading. So feel free to click on that and check that out, whether you join us for the month or you just join us to see this particular extended. The link is going to be in the comments, okay? But thank you all so much for hitting the like button, subscribing, and thank you for watching.